Absolutely. Here's your complete full-length audiobook script for Chapter 4, The Power of Repetition Over Inspiration. Approx 1,020 words, structured for 7 to 9 minutes of spoken narration with an authoritative, tough love tone and powerful pacing. Chapter 4, The Power of Repetition Over Inspiration. Inspiration fades. Repetition endures. That's the truth. That's the dividing line between the dreamers and the doers. Motivation wants novelty. Mastery comes from repetition. Say it again. Repetition creates results. Results create respect. Most people chase inspiration. They want to feel moved before they move. They scroll for quotes. They wait for sparks. They want something external to ignite something internal. But that's the trap, because inspiration is temporary. It's sugar for the mind, a quick hit gone just as fast. Discipline is the protein. Repetition is the meal. It feeds you slow. It lasts. It builds. You have a choice. You can live addicted to inspiration, or you can live committed to repetition. One makes you dependent. The other makes you powerful. Every master you admire, athlete, musician, soldier, leader, they all share one pattern: repetition. They did the same motion, the same drill, the same process thousands of times. Not because it was exciting, because it worked. That's the key. Repetition doesn't entertain you, it transforms you. Every repetition is a vote for the person you're becoming. Every single act repeated daily becomes identity. You don't rise to the level of inspiration, you fall to the level of repetition. That's where your life lives, in your repeated actions, in what you do, not what you dream. Let's be honest. You've been tricked into believing you need to feel ready, that you need to wait for the right time, that you need some spark of creativity or motivation to begin. But the people who win don't wait for inspiration. They build systems. They build habits. They build discipline through repetition. It's not about feeling inspired. It's about being reliable. Repetition builds trust with yourself. Every day you keep your word to yourself, your mind learns. I can depend on me. That's how confidence grows. That's how self-respect builds. You don't earn respect from results. You earn respect from repetition, because results are the outcome of what you repeat. Repetition creates results. Results create respect. That's the chain. That's the law. You might think repetition sounds boring. That's fine. It is. It's supposed to be. Progress is boring. Success is boring. Discipline is boring. It's the same meals, the same workouts, the same words, the same grind. But that boredom is where growth hides. Think of a boxer. He doesn't throw new punches every day. He perfects the same jab, the same cross, again and again. That's repetition. That's mastery. Think of a pianist. She doesn't play a new song every time. She drills the same scales over and over until her fingers move without thought. That's repetition. That's freedom. Freedom comes after repetition, not before. That's the paradox most people miss. You don't repeat because you're trapped. You repeat because you're becoming unstoppable. Here's the reality. Repetition rewires your brain. Every repeated action strengthens a neural pathway. Every consistent habit etches a pattern into your identity. That's not motivation. That's biology. That's how humans are built. If you repeat excuses, you become the kind of person who quits. If you repeat discipline, you become the kind of person who follows through. Every repetition is a choice. You're always training something, even your weaknesses. So ask yourself, what are you rehearsing every day? Because what you repeat, you become. Inspiration feels good. Repetition does good. Inspiration makes you feel like you're changing. Repetition actually changes you. That's the difference between a talker and a performer, between the one who posts about goals and the one who achieves them. Stop chasing new and start mastering now. Stop collecting ideas and start executing one. You don't need a new plan. You need consistent action, repeated, daily, without fail. That's where the power is. Here's how to build repetition into your life. Step 1. Shrink the task. Stop making it epic. Start making it repeatable. It's not about the size of the action. It's about the consistency of the pattern. Step 2. Schedule it. Don't rely on willpower. Rely on structure. What's scheduled gets done. What's repeated gets ingrained. Step 3. Track it. Measure your streaks. Stack your wins. The human brain loves proof. Let repetition be your evidence. That's how discipline becomes identity, through measurable repetition. You're not supposed to love it every day. You're supposed to do it every day. That's the mindset shift. You don't chase feelings, you chase faith. Faith that repetition will deliver results. It always does. You might not see it right away. That's fine. You're not supposed to. The results of repetition are invisible until they're undeniable. That's how all greatness works. You plant, you water, you repeat. And one day, everyone calls it overnight success. Let's bring it home. Repetition is your weapon. It's your anchor when emotion fails. It's your engine when motivation dies. The world doesn't need more inspired people. It needs more disciplined people. People who show up. People who repeat. People who execute. You have a choice. You can live for the high of inspiration or the strength of repetition. Inspiration fades by morning. Repetition compounds for life. Repetition creates results. Results create respect. That's not a slogan. That's the system. You've built the mindset of do it anyway. Now you've learned the secret of doing it again and again. Not until you're tired, but until you're transformed. Because when repetition becomes your rhythm, nothing can stop you. You've conquered emotion. You've mastered consistency. Now it's time to take that repetition and apply it to something most people never learn: patience. Because repetition builds, but patience sustains. And together, they forge unbreakable focus. Chapter 5. The Discipline of Patience. Why Time is Your Toughest Test. Okay, end of Chapter 4. Approx 1,030 words. Would you like me to continue writing Chapter 5, The Discipline of Patience, Why Time is Your Toughest Test, next, keeping this same structure, rhythm, and coaching intensity?